In June of 1787, the French botanist André Michaux, along with the others in his party, made their way up along the Kiwi River, up into the deep gorges as we know today as the Jocassee Gorges. Michaux had been sent to North America by the King of France to observe and to collect plants to send back to France to rebuild the forest there that had been devastated after decades of war. While Michaux was in the area, not far from where we're standing right now, he collected a small plant growing close to the ground. He added that to his collection, which was then shipped back to France along with the others. And that might be the end of the story for that plant, except about 50 years later, Asa Gray, while going through Michaux's herbaria, came across a folder that was marked Unknown Plants. And within this folder, Gray came across a plant that caught his attention. It simply had a note at the top that said the high mountains of the Carolinas and a possible family that it might be in, and the words genus novum, in other words, a new species. Asa named the plant Shortia galicifolia after Dr. Short of Kentucky in hopes that Dr. Short would go out and look for the plant that had been named after him. Well, he didn't, but many others did, and for almost 3/4 of a century, the plant had not been seen since Michaux had collected it. Many thought that the plants maybe not even exist anymore. Well, almost 100 years after Michaux had collected it, the plant we know today as Oconee Bell, Shortia galicifolia, was once again found in the mountains of North Carolina. Still today, thousands of individuals head out each spring on their own journey to see the Oconee Bells. Today it's a little bit easier. You don't have to travel by horseback or by buggy or wagon like they did in the 1800s and even in the late 1700s. And you can come and hike along a nice laid out 1.1 mile trail here at Devil's Fort State Park, the Oconee Bell Trail. If you want the opportunity to be able to see them in bloom, you want to come last week of February, but certainly by early March up into early April, the Oconee Bells will be in bloom along the Oconee Bell Trail. And we do ask that you, when you're here hiking and looking for the Oconee Bells, that you make sure you stay on the trail. It's for your own safety, but it's also to protect these very rare plants. And if you look behind me, you might go, rare? They're everywhere out here. It's a plant we refer to as being locally abundant, but globally rare. You may also notice I've got a pair of binoculars with me. That may help you if the bells are off the trail a little bit. You can stand out there on the trail and zoom in with your binoculars and get a little closer look. And many of you maybe want to get a photograph of it. And also up by the ranger station here, there's a really nice display there of the bells, and they're also set up at a height where it's really, really good for photographs.